Okay, guys, the Reaper here, and today we're going to be doing the fight prediction for UFC 205 in New York. It's going to be the Conor McGregor and Eddie Alvarez title fight, where Eddie Alvarez is going to defend his lightweight title for the first time, and Conor McGregor is going to go for his second title and possibly make history, being the first fighter in the UFC to hold two belts at the one time. History's repeating itself. He done this in Cage Warriors. I think 4 years ago. 4 years ago, he done this in Cage Warriors. So could very possibly happen again. Eddie Alvarez is a very experienced fighter, has lots of stuff going for him in terms of wrestling, and in the long run, like he even looked at the fight against Nate Diaz. As close as it was in Nate Diaz's fight, Conor showed that although he got tired by round 3, he managed to make a comeback and push through to get through the end of the fight. So he can go 5 rounds. And he's working hard. Looks like he's seen some of his videos. He's working really hard trying to get his fitness up for this fight and keep it going. So he's going to be ready for a 5 round fight. Although he does think he's going to knock Eddie Alvarez out in the first round. And if you've seen any of Eddie's old fights, he can get hit and can get cracked. And it's not as if he can. He's not a machine. He's not the Terminator. He can take a punch and he will fall down. Was fighting against Michael Chandler, like he was completely busted up. And that was, he had 2 wars with Michael Chandler, and that was years ago. I think it was 3 years ago, but they were wars. His fight with his fight with Donald Cerrone. That fight there was brutal. He did well in the first round. He comes out like a bull in the first round, trying to kill it, and then he wore away in that there too. In the Rafael dos Anjos fight, Eddie Alvarez took it was very even. I actually thought Rafael dos Anjos was winning for most of the fight until he just took a shot, and then he crumbled, and Eddie just took over from there. But until that point, he was getting pressured, and I actually did feel that Conor could beat Rafael dos Anjos. So my personal prediction is I think Conor McGregor could very easily win this fight. I'll take a Mistake Mac prediction, and I'll say he's going to get the first round knockout. So that's what I'm going to go for that fight. Next up, we have the Tyrone Woodley and Stephen Thompson fight. A lot of ones I know are sitting picking Stephen Thompson, and I know Stephen Thompson is great, and he's got this that point karate, I think it's called point karate. He's in and out, and he's voiding, his kicks are lethal. He's undefeated in kickboxing, like 50 something and 0. He's brilliant in MMA. He's doing really well. He's climbing the ladder easily. Doesn't get hit that often, but the problem is he can get hit, and then if he gets hit by Tyrone Woodley, he's going to go down. That was the thing. I actually did think Tyrone Woodley was going to beat Robbie Lawler, and the only reason I thought that is because I knew Robbie Lawler was going to go in and try and brawl with him, because the two of them are training partners. They're going to go in and they're comfortable fighting each other. They're going to go in a brawl, and the old Tyrone Woodley, it was a one shot. So that's what I think. I think Tyrone Woodley could win it. Maybe the second round, could be the first again, like he did with Robbie, but I don't know. I think maybe Stephen Thompson will do well in the first, get his range and stuff, but then he maybe get a little overconfident, and Woodley will crack him. So second round knockout for Woodley. So that'll be 2 good main events of them to your right. 2 quick knockouts, really good. Next up is Joanna Jędrzejczyk. I hate Polish names. I can't pronounce them. Carolina. I'm not going to say the second. I can't pronounce it, but that's for the women's title as well. So there's 3 title fights. You have the lightweight title on the line, the welterweight title on the line, and now the women's strawweight title. So there's 3 brilliant fucking main events. I think Joanna's going to win this here. Carolina, I think Carolina's the one that fought her back when they were amateur, and Joanna beat her back then. So Carolina's going to look revenge, but I still think Joanna's just unreal fighter. She's amazing. Them elbow strikes and Muay Thai, it's just brutal. So I think Joanna could actually win in the 3rd round. That's my prediction for that one. Could be wrong, but I think I'm right for that one. Chris Weidman and Chris Weidman's up next, and he's fighting against Yoel Romero. I was actually speaking to a few of my friends, and once again they disagreed with me. I think Weidman could win this here with his wrestling, even though I do know that Yoel Romero is a fucking savage. He is a beast, and he's really good. He's won a lot of different fights, but he hasn't got submission. Although I do think because he's from Brazil, he's Cuba. I thought he was Brazil. But no, he's a fucking savage. I think Chris Weidman's going to maybe try and grind him out, TKO him, maybe submit him, possibly. But he's not going to take Chris Weidman down. Chris Weidman's takedown defense is really, really good, and Chris Weidman he's one of the top wrestlers about. Like, he's not fucking like, he's not Daniel Cormier wrestling style, but he's a good wrestler. So I think he could take him down and win the fight. Because of that, I think it could maybe another, maybe second round submission or TKO. But for the sake of argument, I'll say TKO. See if I'm right for that one. Even if we get the round to fight, I'd be happy. But go for that one. Kevin Gastelum and Donald Cerrone's up next, and once again Donald Cerrone's getting into the welterweight, and he is cleaning that division so far. He is climbing the ladder really, really well, and he's one of my favourite fighters. So Kevin Gastelum, he's done well. He seems like a nice guy. I've seen him in UFC talk shows and stuff like that. But I'm going to go with Donald Cerrone to win with his complete striking technique. It's just so amazing. He's going to win. He could win second round too. I'm just going to go for a lot of second round picks there. I don't think anybody's got a decision so far. Now we're on Miesha Tate and Raquel Pennington, I think is her name. Just remember all the names here. Miesha Tate, another fighter I think is really, really great. I think Miesha Tate's going to win this by decision. Raquel Pennington, I know they're all really, really good. It's actually a brilliant division. It's actually a really good division. Now I know Ronda Rousey was the big draw to the division, but when you take her out, yeah, she dominated most of them with her judo. But they're all amazing fighters in general. Like, so that's gonna be another good fight. Miesha Tate will probably use her wrestling. But if it does stay stand up, Miesha Tate will brawl with Raquel Pennington. But probably Miesha Tate will try her wrestling if it's starting to fail, and I think that's how she's going to grind to the victory. So that's my picks for the main card. I'm going to make a few picks for the prelims. Only a couple. I'm picking 3 out of the rest of the prelims. I'm going to pick my pick, even though Edgar is one of my favourite fighters. I think Jeremy Stephens is going to crack him because I think he's going to catch him because Jeremy Stephens got serious knockout power now. Yes, it's featherweight, and I know that Edgar's fought some serious tough fighters at lightweight, but I do think he's going to get dropped by Jeremy Stephens. Now, the other side of that, he could grind out a decision victory on Edgar's side, but I don't think he's going to last so long. I think it's going to be a knockout. Second round again, I'm going to go for second round again. Knockout for Jeremy Stephens. Now, next up is Michael Johnson and Khabib Nurmagomedov. I'm going for Khabib to win. I'm going to go for a submission. I think he's going to win by submission. If you look up Khabib Nurmagomedov wrestling bears, he was like 10 years old and he was wrestling bears like a complete savage. So I don't know. He's not going to beat him wrestling, and I think Khabib's undefeated, like 23-0. Yeah, he did a lot of them fights in Russia, and nobody really knows them fighters. He's like 7-0 in the UFC. He's actually beat Rafael dos Anjos previously before Rafael actually got to the title, but because of his to do with like his religion or something, like he misses out a lot. He takes like so much off, like fasts and stuff like that. Not 100% certain, but I know that's why he didn't fight him for the title. He should have been fighting for the title and not Eddie Alvarez, but he was fast and he couldn't do it. So I'm gonna pick Khabib to win by the submission in the second round. Now we're on to the Rashad Evans and Tim Kennedy. Now a lot of my friends, once again, they think Rashad's out of it, and they think Tim Kennedy's going to win because Rashad's not really been the exact same as he was in his prime. But no, if I'm going to trust him, he's confident to come back. So I'm going to think he's going to maybe come back with a win and maybe knock out Tim Kennedy. Hopefully in the first round. I'm going to think a first round knockout and really set the standard, try and get things going again. So that's a hope anyway for Rashad, because I actually really liked him back in the olden days, like his head kick. Who was he? I can't even remember who he was fighting. He was fighting some real top prospect and kicked him in the head. It was like one of the best head kick knockouts in the UFC. Just so sweet. Not the best. Obviously the best is it's not the best. Obviously the best head kick knockout in the UFC is Edson Barboza's spinning back kick. Oh my god, that was just brutal. And then probably second after that would probably be the head kick that Uriah Hall landed in the Ultimate Fighter. But anyway, so that's my picks for the UFC 205, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'm right, and if you make bets on it and you win, feel free to leave me a like and comment and tell me if you want any money on the UFC show. So anyway guys, I'll see you later.